Hello, welcome to our RecapPlus channel with me, Matthew. Today we will watch a recap movie called Athena, released in 2022. This is a spoiler content video, so please turn on the subtitle and let's start the story. The movie opens with a scene featuring a soldier named Abdul. Abdul is seen making his way to a press conference regarding a viral video. A video depicting the persecution of a 13-year-old boy named Ida circulates on social media. The incident, captured on video, involves several police officers and ultimately leads to the boy's tragic death, revealing that the boy in the video was his younger brother. As the press conference concludes, a long-haired man named Kareem's confrontation with the police intensifies, driven by his belief that Abdul has aligned himself with the police. Tensions escalate, leading to physical altercations between the police and the residents. Amid this chaos, Kareem, as the group's leader, continues to battle the police. He orders his members to drop a refrigerator from the highest floor of the building, further escalating the situation. The police respond by launching tear gas at Kareem. After tending to his wounds and hearing from one of his members that the police might enter Athena from another block, Kareem swiftly prepares to confront the police along with his followers. Meanwhile, we are introduced to a policeman named Jerome, who, along with his colleagues, readies themselves to head to Athena. Mokhtar, another brother of Abdul, Kareem, and Ida, is a cocaine user and an illegal weapons dealer. Amidst the chaos, Mokhtar attempts to smuggle his illegal weapons out of Athena using an ambulance. His plan is to bury the weapons in the forest until the situation calms down, fearing that the police might discover his stash. However, Kareem's men block the exit route from Athena, forcing Mokhtar and his associates to hide temporarily and store the illegal weapons in an empty house. Within this tense situation, Mokhtar violently confronts Kareem's members, who hesitate to retaliate due to Mokhtar being their leader's older brother. Meanwhile, the residents of Athena are in a state of panic as Kareem and his men rebel against the police. The residents are reluctant to leave Athena and corner Abdul, who are present in the area. As Abdul attempts to locate his brother Kareem to persuade him to halt his actions, he encounters Sebastian, the man the police have been fearing. Sebastian appears undaunted and relaxed in this situation. Consequently, Abdul decides to keep Sebastian confined to a room to prevent his influence on Kareem. Abdul then returns to search his house, where he encounters a group of people praying for his late brother. He also meets his mother, who implores him to pray for his deceased brother. Kareem is also present, but their activities are abruptly interrupted. Abdul inquires about the whereabouts of his mother and Kareem from his sister, who reacts with anger and instructs Abdul to assist her instead. Meanwhile, Apple assists several residents in evacuating the area and reunites with his mother. She implores Apple to take care of Kareem, revealing that Kareem is, in reality, a fragile individual. Tensions escalate, leading to physical altercations between the police and the residents. Amid this chaos, Kareem, as the group's leader, continues to battle the police. He orders his members to drop a refrigerator from the highest floor of the building, further escalating the situation. The police respond by launching tear gas at Kareem. After tending to his wounds and hearing from one of his members that the police might enter Athena from another block, Kareem swiftly prepares to confront the police along with his followers. As night falls, we are introduced to a policeman named Murad, who previously assisted Abdul during the riot. Abdul, with his military background, is asked to collaborate with the police, under the threat of the police forcibly entering Athena. In his role as a leader, Kareem addresses his members firmly, emphasizing that they are not mere vandals and arsonists but individuals seeking justice for the killing of Idaho. He is skeptical of media reports suggesting that the perpetrator is not a police officer. Kareem devises a plan. He orders his members to kidnap one of the policemen, intending to hold him hostage. As the police begin to enter Athena, Kareem's men welcome their arrival by launching fireworks into the sky. However, these fireworks are aimed at the police, initiating a fierce confrontation between the two sides. The police, armed with shields, protect themselves from the fireworks, and Kareem's men keep up the barrage. Observing the police's reluctance to advance, Kareem descends and throws a Molotov bomb, further disrupting the situation with tear gas that incapacitates the police, making it difficult for them to breathe, causing eye irritation, and impairing their vision. The police are compelled to retreat, but some become disoriented and separated from their unit. Jerome, one of the police officers, finds himself isolated and must hide from Kareem's men who seek to apprehend him. Gasping for air and suffering from a headache, he evades capture. Jerome eventually reaches safety, but his relief is short-lived as he discovers that Apple is still outside of Athena, accompanied by Murad, who is Abdul's brother and Ida's sibling. As Kareem's brother, Abdul is allowed to enter Athena. Apple attempts to persuade Kareem to reconsider his actions, emphasizing that identifying the perpetrator won't bring Ida back to life. He hugs Kareem and urges him to stop, but Kareem pushes him away and delivers hurtful words, calling Abdul a French military slave who should have died instead of Idaho. In response, Apple quickly takes Jerome with him, and Kareem and his members chase after them while launching fireworks. Upon reaching the outside, they are confronted by troops who order them to stop and lie down. Suddenly, shots are fired, hitting Jerome rather than Kareem and his members. While Abdul and Jerome search for the bar where Matar and his men are staying, Matar, armed with a gun, fires a warning shot that prevents Kareem and his men from entering. Apple inquires about an escape route from Matar, who mentions that his men are looking for a way out by digging in the back room. A heated argument ensues, and their mother tries to call them, but both brothers reject the call. Eventually, Matar relents and contacts a friend to help the police escape, hoping to be perceived as a hero. Meanwhile, Kareem plans something with his members, and he receives a call from his mother. He answers the call alone and then orders his men to break through the back door while he confronts Apple at the front door, holding a Molotov bomb as a threat. Kareem's threat falls on deaf ears, and without hesitation, he lights his Molotov bomb. However, the police have already closed in on him and demand that he immediately drop the bomb. Kareem, seemingly past caring, starts to turn around to throw the bomb at the police. But suddenly, a police officer shoots Kareem, causing him to drop the Molotov bomb, which ignites and engulfs him in flames. Abdul, who still cannot come to terms with Kareem's death, is visited by Matar, who also appears to be grieving the loss of his brother. Abdul, consumed by anger and grief, begins to violently assault Matar. Following Kareem's death, Apple takes over as the leader of the rebellion to avenge his brothers. An enraged Abdul heads to Jerome, and at the same time, a call comes from the police, revealing that the officer who shot Kareem is not one of their own. Since he is unable to make a decision, Apple orders his members to take Jerome upstairs. One of the members inquires about the weapons vault that they can't open, and Abdul instructs Sebastian, who is present, to crack the safe. Sebastian easily opens the safe using a homemade bomb, and after distributing weapons to several members, he orders them to place gas cylinders and spread gasoline in designated areas. It becomes evident why the police fear Sebastian. Aside from his perpetually relaxed demeanor, he is skilled at crafting improvised explosive devices. At midnight, Murad suddenly calls Abdul, requesting him to halt the rebellion. He also confirms that Ida's killer is not a police officer. Apple demands that Murad immediately deliver Ida's killer to him, even if the perpetrator isn't a policeman. However, Murad is unable to fulfill this demand, further infuriating Abdul. He rushes back to Jerome, seemingly prepared to take drastic action. Subsequently, everyone evacuates the building, including Jerome, leaving Abdul alone, lost in thought about the tragic events that have transpired within his family. We then see Jerome and other members disrobe and exit the building to surrender themselves. The following morning, Sebastian strategically placed numerous gas cylinders throughout the room. Meanwhile, Abdul sits in another room. Several policemen are seen outside the window, observing who remains inside. The film concludes with a shot of a boy lying on the ground, having been beaten by a group of individuals disguised as policemen. One of them records the scene, and as they depart, we notice an emblem tattooed on one of their necks, an emblem associated with France's far-right militant group. They proceed to burn the police gear they had used earlier, implying their involvement in Ida's death. To watch more video like this, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last I will say stay safe and stay healthy. See you next videos.